Hello, my name is Boutsov, and I would first off like to thank you guys for this opportunity to sort of redo my audition, especially you, Leon, for giving me the second chance. I really, really appreciate it. I will be doing Lord R from a play called Restoration by Edward Bond, Iago from Shakespeare's Othello, and Leo from a play called Leo by Rosa Laborde. I hope this helps you guys make your decision on whether or not to accept me, and I hope especially that it makes you want to accept me. Enjoy, guys. 'Tis too much! Mrs. Hedges, would you make me a fool? Dress me in motley? Set me up like some clown? Can a man trust no one? I kept your man when I might have celebrated my title by sacking him. Are you as blind as he? Did you see it? Huh? The button? No. No! 'Tis off! Here, where every fool can see it! You ancient hag! Must I sew it on myself? I give you the roof over your head, the floor at your feet, the food on your table. For what? For a little gaping black hole with 2 spots and a little white thread like the lower anatomy of a mouse. And now it lays in filth. The floor must be dirty since I have not swept it today. You would dress me in a coat that cannot be worn. Hedges, ma'am, sew the button on. Then throw it to the kennels for my bitch to whelp on. At least give her the respect of having a full set of buttons. What's he then that says that I play the villain? When this advice I give is free and honest, probable to thinking, and indeed the course to win the moor again. 'Tis easy enough to incite Desdemona to subdue in any honest suit. She is framed as fruitful as the free elements. And for her to win the moor, weren't he to renounce his baptism, all seals and symbols of a redeemed sin? His soul is so enfettered to her love that she may make, unmake, do as she list, even in her appetite, play the god to his weakened function. How then am I the villain? To instruct Cassio of this parallel course to his own good. Divinity of hell. When demons will the blackest sins put on, they do at first suggest with heavenly show, as do I. For while this honest fool plies to Desdemona to repair his fortune, and she for him pleads strongly to the moor, I shall pour pestilence in his ear, that she repeals him only for her body's lusts. And much as she tries to do him good, she shall undo her credit with the moor. And so I shall turn her virtue into pitch, and using her goodness, create the net that shall enmesh them all. My father was an unremarkable man. In every way. He did smoke too much. He also ate too much and too quickly, with his mouth just horribly open. One day, my mother made tomato salad. I can smell the ripe tomatoes, picked, diced, and interspersed with practically benign slivers of onion. I can taste the sweet tang of salt on my mother's fingers, which she would let me lick whenever she was finished mixing, because a seasoned woman cooking is, after all, the secret to a flavorful meal, she would always say. And I can see him shoveling spoonful after spoonful of my mother's loving mixture into his mouth like it was no more than gruel. Slurping the salted olive oil juices as the fleshy redness mashed between his uneven teeth. Smack, cluck, slurp, gulp! I couldn't even lift my fork off the table. He looks at me and says, "Eat, kid! You look like an orphan!" I wish I was an orphan, because you must be the most disgusting father in the whole world! He looks at me, silent, unmoving. Suddenly, a monstrous belch erupts from his face and he laughs. "Careful what you wish for, kid! Careful what you wish for." They say the cancer walked down his throat, grabbed hold of his left lung and just swallowed it whole. 2 days later, my mother went completely blind. There's nothing left to see? No. No. No! My father was at Che Guevara's side during the Bolivian Revolution. He disappeared on a freighter traversing the Bermuda Triangle. He spoke calmly and inspired many with his intelligent manner. He loved me deeply. That's my story. We all need one, right? I mean, who the fuck wants to live in this shit?